Hey, my beautiful Libras. Christina here with Ginger Mama Tarot. I am coming at you with your May Tarotscope. Some information on what you might want to be on the lookout for in the month of May. When I was channeling for you right before this, it was fascinating what came in. It was a picture of someone in like a very fancy shopping mall. And they're walking around looking at all these beautiful windows and things for sale. But it was like you didn't want to go into any shop. You were... just kind of like very indecisive. And it's interesting because I guess I don't really picture Libra energy to be like that. I feel like it's more like, no, I know what I want. That's beautiful. I'm going to go with it. You know, I know there's a lot of stereotypes there. Like, I'm not trying to harp on that, but it was fascinating because it was like you could see clearly through all the windows exactly what was behind each shop, right? But you just were like not unsure of where you belong or which shop you wanted to be in, I guess. Um, so yeah, it felt like you were a little bit stalled out. The King of Cups in reverse, like there was no forward movement. The Five of Cups also telling me that there's something you're really sad about in your life right now. And, you know, with this card, I want to point out that so often people look to the past and they're like, this is what didn't go right in my life. This is what went wrong. This is everything I've lost. And they fail to look back and say, oh my gosh, I have two full cups. And, you know, this river here too with the bridge down here, you know, it's like this person's sad. It's like, let this flow down the river and realize that you can just pick up your two cups, walk back to the bridge and walk, you know, back over to wherever it is you want to be. You know, you have to take that action step. But I do, let's see what else comes out here. Interesting. And I want to point out too that I read, everyone carries masculine and feminine energy, okay? Everyone does within them. It's that yin yang. Most people on this planet right now are highly imbalanced in either too much feminine energy or too much masculine energy. And it does not matter what body you are in, okay? You can be a female body and have more masculine energy, or a masculine body and have more feminine energy. And people often ask, well, Christina, how do I know the difference? If you're someone who's more avoidant in life in general, um, just you run whenever there's conflict, you don't engage, that's more of a masculine energy. If you're someone who's more anxiously attached or codependently attached, that's more of an imbalanced feminine energy. So when I discuss these energies, please take what resonates and ask yourself, who am I in this dynamic? And then this might resonate for another energy we're speaking about in your life, okay? I just want to point that out. Right now, what I am seeing is that there is an Empress showing up for Libra energy, 303 on the clock as I say that, which I love. So this is a feminine energy. This is like the highest form of feminine energy. She sits there. She is so in tune with what's going on. She's very fertile. This could also be someone maybe considering children or who is pregnant. The Empress is all about that. Like, I am just this beautiful, like, just pregnant with the truth, pregnant with life. It can be literally pregnant as well. So I love that energy. So if you're more of a masculine energy, this could be someone else in your life that you view that way. But if you're a feminine energy or you've been tapping into your feminine energy, this might be where you're at. So that's amazing. But I see here, and this gets a little bit more dicey, I guess we would say, is a King of Pentacles in reverse. Could be an earth sign, doesn't have to be. Earth signs are Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. And this person is a little imbalanced in your life. Could be a father, a brother, could be a romantic partner in your orbit. And you're just feeling frustrated by this. This is someone who likely has been lying to you or deceiving you in some way, just some shady behavior where you're just like, something's off. You're right. Your intuition is always right. So don't doubt it, okay? I hear train horns going off outside as I say that. Your intuition is always right, okay? And maybe train horns might be significant to you. If you hear them, that's like source saying, tap in. I don't know if you can hear that. I need to open my window up here so people can hear better. But judgment will be rained on this person. Right now, you're sitting in a really good karmic energy. Judgment is all about people rising from these caskets, right? To honor the higher realms. And so if you are focused on your own work and doing that, which it looks like you are if you're the feminine energy, then that's wonderful. If you're a masculine energy watching and you're a Libra, you're being asked to really judge yourself, to ask, how have I treated others? Have I been shady or deceptive or lying? Or just not authentic with those in my life? How can I take accountability for that? I feel like both energy, you guys are really trying to balance out. This is reversed. I love that. Continue to do that. But I do think for many of you, you need to guard against, like, to me, this doesn't feel, it could be a masculine who's more controlling, right? They hold tight to resources, money, emotions, time, attention, and that's not balanced. That's not good. But if you're the feminine energy in this, you're being asked to hold that, to hold tight to the healing work that you've done, to the energy that you've found. Do you understand what I'm saying? Don't let that go. The Six of Cups is reversed here, telling me that there is likely a childhood wound, whether you're masculine or feminine energy, that you're not really addressing right now, or a memory or a heartbreak or a pain that you just don't want to walk through because it's going to be hard to do. But if you can travel forward, okay, if you can just observe yourself, this is also a card about someone who just stands and watches and waits for a ship to come in. It can be about travel. You could be traveling this month, by the way, the Three of Wands. It could be physical travel this month, which would be exciting. But it also could be indicative that you need to just observe yourself. I'm experiencing this in this moment. What is this teaching me? And allow yourself to feel those feelings. Energy, our emotions are energy in motion, okay? So as they come up to the surface, whatever it is, joy, laughter, happiness, anger, sadness, anxiety, to just observe your body. I'm being anxious right now. That's okay. I'm processing anxiety. I'm being sad right now. That's okay. Most people would be sad as they process this. And to not judge yourself, to simply observe yourself. Okay, like you would a little child, right? If a little child was sad and crying and shaking, my 2-year-old did this morning, I observe that. I sit with him through that. I don't judge it or shame it. I just allow it to process and to be. Okay, so keep making the Knight of Cups here this steady progress forward, all right? And if you're not one that's been working on yourself or making progress, you're being asked to do that, okay? And one of the best ways to heal these inner child wounds we have is to journal, to write, to meditate. I've had a lot of reports from people in the last week, especially with the recent eclipse we just had, that are having difficulty sleeping, which I find fascinating because it's actually the opposite for me. I've been sleeping very well recently. And that's because I went through this transition at a different time. So for many of you, based on all of your astrology, not just your sun sign, if you're experiencing difficulty sleeping, that is Source trying to get you to tap into some of this, to say, hey, if you can't fall asleep, maybe pull out your computer, write for a little bit, just type whatever. Don't send it to anyone. It's for you. Walk through some of this pain, observe it. That's what writing is. That's what's so cool about writing. Once you can reread it as an outside viewer, if you write it down and then wait a couple days and then reread it, you're like, oh, wow, I have a totally different perspective on this because I'm observing from my higher self instead of judging and shaming in my head internally. And as Libras, as air signs, you run the risk of overthinking, okay? And so this will help you kind of get out of that overthinking and be able to look that way. Also, we have a Queen of Swords here with the Moon reversed. So if you're a feminine energy, there might be someone in your orbit that's been keeping secrets from you. It doesn't have to be anything bad, but to me, I sense it's possibly an addiction, possibly another person they've been entertaining. We have the Three of Pentacles here, which can be about collaboration, but I don't sense that with this. Next to the Moon and with the Queen of Swords, if you have an inkling that someone is cheating on you or being dishonest or lying to you, you're right, okay? You're being asked to lay down the sword, to set the boundary. This could also be a family member or a friend with an addiction or a really just shady energy. If you know, I know you know. And I'm telling you right now, trust your intuition. Do not be shy and timid, okay? You need to just be like, nope, not for me. Walk away to calmer waters. Some of you are carrying the burden. We have a Queen of Pentacles here too. You're carrying a burden of someone else's issue, okay? Someone else's struggle. You are here to heal your own, to work on your soul's ascension, not to help someone else. So often feminine energy is very nurturing and kind. They are. This Queen of Pentacles, they're all about that. However, we overdo it. We overgive at the detriment of ourselves. And this is all about balancing and realizing I will give when I am receiving. And people who never give are realizing they have to give in order to receive. This is the balancing of the scales, which as Libras, I know you can appreciate that. And so ask yourself from an energetic standpoint, not from a logical standpoint. Many Libras are like, logically, my friend did this, so then therefore I should do this. No. Ask yourself from an energetic standpoint, am I giving to those who are giving to me? Am I over giving? You know, am I receiving, or am I afraid to receive? Do you know, what is that balance there, okay? Try to look at it from that. And also many Libras, I gotta tell you, if you're awakening, you're doing the hard work, you've been really working on yourselves, this isn't your first rodeo with anything spiritual, you have wealth and abundance coming in. You really do in the month of May. You're going to be given clarity from source on, they just want to show you, good job, keep going. You're doing it, okay? So don't feel insecure, okay? Nobody feel insecure or in doubt. I know it's a lot on a spiritual journey. It is for all of us, but everyone does this in their own time, in their own way. And the best way to begin to do that is to pull away from others if you're codependent or anxiously attached. And this is crazy right here. I was going to say, or step towards others if you're a masculine that is healing, but is more avoidant in relationships. We also have the Lovers and the Two of Cups coming out at the very end of this reading. So, whoa. The Four of Swords here, this tells me, and the High Priestess, follow your intuition. If someone is coming back into your life, we are in retrograde here. Follow your intuition, but I really, this feels like a really good connection, like a healthy one. To have both of these upright tells me this is a deep soul connection for you. So don't overthink it, okay? Just make sure that energy balance is right, that this person is hearing you, that you're hearing them, that they're communicating, that you're communicating, and it's all just that balance, okay? I think so often Libras, you overthink that balance, but if you focus simply on your balance, where am I giving? Where am I receiving? What is my responsibility? And not worried about the other person, then you're going to quickly be able to see that reflected back to you in your reality, okay? I love this reading for you. I can't believe the Lovers and the Two of Cups came out at the end there, you guys. I don't think I've had anyone else with both of those come out in a reading for the month of May. So welcome in the new love, or accept the new love, or go towards the new love, depending on where your energy is at. And you know, if you've been on the journey, where you should be. Do not get in your head. That's your last warning. I know Libras, when I tell you that love's coming or that you're moving towards love, then you're going to overthink it. Don't do that. Just sit back. You don't need to do anything, okay? And maybe if you are masculine energy, fair warning, you may need to do something, okay? You maybe need to take action towards. But even in that action, you don't need to do anything. You just know that it will work. And if you're someone considering a masculine energy, considering reaching out, again, those cards indicate that it'll all be great. 313 on the clock as I say that. Source has your back. As long as you're in flow and you're living in truth, and you're working on equally giving and equally receiving from this connection, you're all set. So that's what I got. Also, I feel called to tell you, I have this like stress roller ball. It has like crystals in it, and it has, I don't even know what scent this is, but I feel like some of you need to focus on scent. Like, do that. Like, go get something like that, okay? Maybe a nice candle or something. Just something to do with scent or smell, or maybe this person has a certain smell that, like, I don't know, like trigger you in some way. I don't know. Anyways, I love all of you. Have a beautiful, wonderful month of May. You're doing it. You're doing it. You're doing it. Let me know in the comments, especially towards the end of the month, or rewatch this later. Let me know what happened, okay?